How is it going, everybody? My name is CopieRighted, and today we are gonna look in a Rakdos discard deck. And first off, big thank you for Dai, I hope I pronounced his name right. He said in the comments that my intros are a little bit too long, and I know about it because I was thinking that some people maybe are interested in more detailed synergy deck tech intro, let's say, so people can understand how to pilot this deck, especially if you invest a lot of your wildcards into building my decks. The least I can do for you is to explain how to rightly or better pilot this deck from my experience. But I'm gonna try to do what Dai recommend, so I'm gonna try to explain the main synergies here, and in my gameplay part I will talk about other synergies that will come up, so you know how to handle different situations. I think this is a good balance between a longer or shorter intro and the gameplay part being more informative and more educational than just pure gameplay stuff. So let's get right into it. The discard deck was built with the mindset of being able to win against all these easy decks that are currently taking over the meta, but also to be able to perform against others decks pretty good, because discard in general have the big weakness. Maybe you have a strong opening or a really strong early and mid game, but then at the end you run out of juice, you run out of the right cards, you draw the wrong cards because you don't need your discards anymore, and then suddenly you losing the game on the board, but also in general you start feeling that you giving away the games. And this is why I thought let's do something between graveyard recursion but also card selection here, and this is where we see maybe two of our Celestus that are an amazing tool, especially for late game, to select your cards, what you want against creatures, against control and so on, but also to be able to set up some synergies that we have in this deck. And let's put our meat hook here away. We're gonna talk first about the synergies that we have here. So discard is not only that we have our creatures that can discard with curtains, the expert and discipline, but also with creatures that have a protection ward ability for discard. So this is where we're gonna look at our Graveyard Trespasser and our Westgate Regent. And Regent, as I said already in previous videos, is a really underplayed card, and I think in this deck you will see why it can explode really fast. So this basic discard, let's say Dreadfoot Fungu, I like this card more than Duress because it can hit an early game really much things, but also in the late game you can pay easily the clave cost and maybe take something important away from your opponent. The same is true for curtains. Even if the opponent draws a card, it can maybe even play into the synergy that you have, because you can maybe take away a spell that you are most afraid of, and if opponent draws, let's say, Hullbreaker, and you have Tigrit on the board, the next discard spell will give you the Hullbreaker. So this is maybe also something cool, where Concealing Curtains have a good synergy because it also let your opponent draw a card, and if you're lucky enough, they draw maybe some creatures or something that you can use with your Tigrit. Of course, we have two off, because she's not our main condition. We don't want to play all in on our Tigrit. We want to play all in on board control and damage, let's say, and also, of course, hand control. But Reggie and Graveyard Trespasser has a great synergy with our Olivia too, because you can, for example, with Celestus, you can even set it up if you need. Maybe it will come up in some gameplays, where you can discard your Reggie. In turn 6 you play Olivia, and Olivia can recursion or reanimate the Regent, and Regent go instantly for facial damage, so he doesn't need to sit on the board and wait until something happening. So this is also really nice synergy. The same is true for Graveyard Trespasser, is also amazing synergy. Olivia has one downside, and it says whenever you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. So in the late game especially, we don't want to exile our Reggie because he's not legendary. This is why we have here two copies of Enrica Domnetti, I hope I say it right. She is on herself a legendary vampire, so she prevents that if somebody deals with Olivia, for example, or Olivia die in the process of attacking, that our Reggie can still stay on the board, can still provide us advantage and force the opponent to discard a card to do anything with the Reggie. Especially good against mono green, for example. I had in a playtesting a game where they had Blizzard Brawl as a top deck, because on turn 3, usually turn 4, the opponent is in the top deck mode because of our early discard cards, and if they have Blizzard Brawl and you play your Reggie, basically they need to wait another turn to have another card to discard for the Reggie, to deal with it. And in this time, Reggie just takes over the board or the game, and you basically win in 2 or 3 turns latest. Yeah, then we have our Sorin that also has a little bit synergy with Henrika, because if we transform Henrika, you see maybe she becomes a 3/4 flying death touch lifelinker, and for 3 mana, creatures with flying death touch and lifelink gain +1/+0. Our Sorin can provide us with tokens, vampire tokens that have lifelink and flying, so they also can gain you a lot of life in combination with Henrika. In general, I think the combo here is really obvious, really nice. Yeah, Mythic just to control the board. Inscription of Ruin, also 3 mana, discard 2 card spell, or sometimes more versatile, you can kill a creature or recursion one of your cheaper creatures to just gain another discard spell. Yeah, this is so far for the deck. Let's check out the lands really fast. We have 1 of Hive and 2 of Den of the Bugbear. I think this is 2 of the best man lands that's currently available in the current standard, because Bugbear not only provides you with an additional creature, he also is pretty cheap to equip for just 5 open mana, so you need it to be open and 4 additional mana to be activated. Provides a lot of damage, but also has a good synergy with Mythic, because if the token dies, also the Mythic drains, so this is pretty nice. And Hive is also, if we discard something that we don't want our opponent to have in the graveyard, Hive is here, an amazing possibility to exile this card, but also Graveyard Trespasser is really cool. And I had a game where Graveyard Trespasser won me the game because I drained the opponent to death with attacking, and if you exile up to 2 cards from the graveyard, if those are creatures, opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, so you can just drain out your opponent. Mana, we have 23 lands, because as I said again, we don't wanna be too fast in our end game, but also Celestus fix our mana a little bit and give us a little bit some advantage. And early game is important that we play a lot of our cheap spells, cheap creatures that discards the opponent or controls the opponent hand. This is it so far for the intro. Let's get right into the gameplay part. Let's check out how we perform, and I'm really happy. I hope we will destroy some easy decks. Urso d'Eterno. Let's check out how our game will go. Pretty control-ish hand. So maybe our opponent is an aggro deck or aggressive type of deck, and I'm gonna open with this one so we can play our expert on 2. Okay. Is it Dimir control? Are you Dimir control? I think so, right? Discard divide by 0. And I think, oh, you're 3-colored control. Okay. Then we play our Celestus and Curtains, start the day night cycle. Next turn we will see what we will draw. So take action, let's go for some card selection. Okay, this is good. Let's check out our opponent's hand. Oh, opponent don't want me to check his hand. This is interesting. Okay. Let's go in then. Let's play you out. And next turn 3 mana, maybe he has this new removal in black that destroys all creature with mana value 3 or less. Or 2 or less. Sorin, another Sorin. Sure, let's cycle it. I even think that Sorin will maybe be more helpful in this matchup, but we will see. I first want to know what my opponent is running. Okay. 3 mana open. Urso d'Eterno. I have a similar deck. Also with Divide by 0 and Ritual. I'm gonna make a video on it later. Okay, how do we do that? I think I'm gonna start ticking with Sorin. And minus him. Then we will see what will happen. Oh, this is nice. Gain some life. Okay, let's check what is on the top. Discipline, sure. Discipline comes in. Opponent discards something. Okay, then you come in. Show me 2 cards. Acquisition Expert and Discipline, who doesn't know, is a great synergy because this one is a Cleric, he's a Rock. With this card, a Hullbreaker. Opponent has the Hullbreaker, and what else does he has? What else do we have in our hand, my friend? Liar? What else will be great in this position? On Lyra we have our Grasp. Opponent can add a lot of mana. A lot of green mana. Okay. 6 mana. Another one. Okay. This is okay. Not the worst. Not the best. Let's check what we have on top. A land. Sure, let's take the land. Let's play you. And we are gonna play you and exile the Hull. Just in case he has some reanimation shenanigans. And we keep up the Grasp. Should we go for the ulti of Sorin? I mean, I think this is a reanimation deck, right? This is why he has Golgari. Golgari controlish things here. But Trespasser will take care of almost any creature that we have. And right now we're gonna... Oh, Jesus. This is what is this pile? Like, literally everything opponent wants, he has it there. Okay. If you target it, you need to discard. Okay, discard something. Okay. Sure. I think opponent wants to go for... I don't know how useful Sunrise here is. I mean, he can heal himself definitely for a lot. This is okay. I'm gonna kill one of you. I want to keep my Sorin here. Can we plus you again? Sure. I can play you. And next turn he can go again for 2 damage, right? Sure. Let's go then with our Bugbear. Take action. Another land. Discard the land. What do we have now in the graveyard? Trespasser. Some Sorin shenanigans. Okay, opponent will also lean on the kill. No, that's okay. Let me see. What does he has in the graveyard? Nothing I'm scared of, right now. So we are gonna just activate the buck again. Go all in. And play out the land, because for cycling we can cycle our Celestus. And Celestus has an amazing draw rate. In opponent wants to rumble, huh? Opponent wants to rumble. Sure. Oh, Reggie. Reggie is a good rumble target. Reggie is a very good rumble target. Don't tell me you run counter spells or something. Syncopate. Jesus. Sure. Not bad. Not bad. You really run counter spells. This is a fun experience here. My opponent all in on Cancer. Resolve. And take it. Okay, now we can turn it to Knight, take action, another land. Jesus, this is a lot of lands here. Let's discard you. Go with you. And should I? I don't even know. Because how much mana he has? 6. Heartbreaker costs 7. So let's go with you. Let's go in for more damage. Take action. Okay, this is better. We can bring back some creatures. Opponent's trying to heal himself. Okay. Should we cycle for the night again? Sure, right. Cycle again. Take action. Fungus. I think Fungus is better than the land. Sure. Let's check out what our opponent has. A land, okay. A land is okay. You can keep your land. Keep your land, my friend. Keep your land. Now it becomes night again. Okay, divide by 0 is not the worst. And he can draw some cards. This is okay. Draw your 2 cards. We can discard the 2 cards. Interesting game, huh? Very interesting game. Zoom. 10. Let's go for discard. Both cards. Test of Talents, okay. This is a lucky draw. 2 mana open and then throws for Test of Talents. It's okay, I just have 2 of them. It's not the worst. Chum, chum, chum. Okay. Go for you, and let's check out what he has in hand. Grasp, okay. Grasp is okay. Let's keep punching our opponent. Another land, a creature land. Okay, but I will keep now my grasp open to deal with this creature land. And Manlands put some work in, huh? Especially in Den of the Bugbeard. He is putting some work in. Okay, okay. Gain some life. Opponent goes face. My tourney. Take action. What do we draw? Another Bugbeard. Not needed right now. Another land. Okay. Let's go for more damage. We keep 1 troll back. Fuck it. Then... my mistake. I will take unneeded damage here. I mean, he could give trample anyway, right? To the land. Oh, Jessica. Okay. My opponent has a weird pile of cards. A really weird pile of cards. Result. Okay. I will draw Meathook now. Most likely. No. Dreadful. Let's see. Oh wait, my cats. Here, let's cycle to the daytime. Take action. Another land. Discard a land. We play you. And we keep it like this. Let's see what our opponent will do. No attacks. And take action. Oh, turn earlier will be better, but okay. But okay. Okay, opponent. Why he don't crew the chariot? He's scared? Okay. Sure. Sure. But it's a weird thing, no? To run with curling ritual, run so much tokens that all die to the curling ritual. Another land. Another land is not useful, my friend. Let's play you first. Then we're gonna draw some cards. Yeah, opponent interacts with it. Sure. Next. Okay, let's keep it like this. Let's see what will happen next. This is a weird game. Never had an opponent like this. Urza the turn. Okay, 2 cards again in the hand. It's okay. Goes for 2. Resolve. Interesting. I cannot turn it to the daytime on, but here we can. Give me something else than lands. Sure. Sure, my friend, sure. Don't even know what is the best play here. We just chill, right? We just chill and hope for some better draws than lands. Memory Deluge. Okay. Take action. Jesus, stop with these lands, please. Game, it's just 23 in the deck. 22 land thing deep. Okay. Epiphany, okay. Epiphany is okay. Sure. I want me to filter. Do I even have more lands left in my deck? Yeah. 4 more. 3 more now. And Olivia was on the top. Olivia will be nice. We could bring back what? Trespasser? Okay, resolve. Jesus, those are big kitties here. Opponent crews the chariot. We can kill the chariot. Next. Like this. Kill one of the kitties. And I'm dead, right? Oh yeah, I'm dead. If he gives everything now plus and trample, I'm dead. Good game, my friend. Good game. This is now, but how much lands did we draw, huh? How much lands did we draw? This was crazy. 23 lands in the board and drew only lands. But it was also a really interesting deck from my opponent. I like it. No blockies. No reason to block here. Good game. Let's check another one out. Didn't expect this, but sure. James. 117. James. Let's see how this game will go. Our second game with our discard deck. But pretty nice opening, I like it. We can instantly check what our opponent has in mind. And opponent is no hard draw shenanigans. Okay. If we take away the guest, they need to sacrifice Hermit, right? To draw some cards. It will bring them off the curve because they have an opening. So let's take away the guest. So they don't have some acceleration and the card draws. Okay, you, and we're gonna bring the expert in. Let's see what our opponent wants to discard. Dispute, okay. Opponent don't want to dispute anything. Okay, two of you. Interesting. And also opponent didn't want to open the first one with the Hermit. Okay. This is good, this is good, this is good. Let's go in, let's check out. As long as the Hermit is... The Hermit is not able to pay the 1 mana. Create a vampire. I needed a one blue mana. Yeah. Didn't have it. And now... Let's see what our opponent wants to do. James. Definitely would like to have a little bit more spells that can... If I play you, I have 3, so this is not enough. Let's check what is on the top. Because I want to play the Henrika. Another Sorin. Sure.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Another Sorin is good, especially if opponent runs Blood on the Snow. We lose a card. Lose a life, let's say. Lose a card. Lose a life, draw a card. This is what I wanted to say. Opponent will sacrifice Hermit. Okay. And next turn, we'll see. Our opponent has maybe some removal. Yeah? No? Okay, another dispute. So opponent had 3 disputes in his hand. And the opponent can already, with another land, Blood on the Snow us. Okay, another sword. It's not the worst. Henrika will take care of the token. Because she has also each opponent sacrifice a creature. Good synergy with our Tegrit, definitely. Okay, now not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, let's play you. I wanna start the day-night cycle. Doesn't matter if we loot first or not. Then we do what? Let me see. 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Let's see. Sacrifice a creature. We sacrifice you. Won't sacrifice guest. So. And then we are going both for Sorin? I think so, right? Okay. Let's check what we have on top. Take the land out.
My ways are not for the...
And let's see what our opponent has in hand. Maybe something useful. Definitely ramping somewhere, huh? Otherwise, opponent could minus my vampire and prevent me from attacking it. The Sorin. Yeah, land. Sure, let's discard your land. I'm still certain that the opponent has Blood on the Snow in his hand. And he can reanimate what? Ghast and Hermit? Okay. This is okay, this is okay. James. And sometimes you can also even go for the ulti from Sorin for minus 13 life. Depends against who you're playing, against what decks you're playing. And currently, we don't need it right now. Okay, opponent wants to sweep everything. I also thought maybe to add Loth, just for situations like this. Opponent pluses. It's not the worst. Fungus. Should we draw? Or should we create? We create, I think, right? We create one. We play you. And we also draw a card. Another land. What is here with the lands? And should we go for Fungus? Yeah, sure. Let's check what our opponent has in the hand. Fungu. Dread Fungu. Opponent's land, hunt for Specimen and Hermit. Definitely for the Specimen, I don't want him to learn. Hermits he can has as much as he wants to. Opponent can minus and kill the Sorin, of course. If you maybe draw Blood on the Snow, it will be a interesting path.
My ways are not for the weak.
Another Hermit, that's nice. And something else. You could activate Faceless Heaven and go for Sorin. Okay, opponent don't wanna do it. Let's activate our Sorin. Go for cards. Olivia. What do we have in our graveyard? Nothing really that impactful, right? So let's keep her there. So you. Then we are gonna transform you. You're going next. Wait, you go on Sorin, you go on Face. Yeah? No, right? We keep the dragon at the thing. Next. And now it will turn to the knight. It should turn to the knight, then we can draw again our Olivia, take action. This is also a small, nice synergy with Celestus and Sorin. You see, maybe Sorin can take a look at what card we have there and then secondly just draw it. And if you draw something to discard, you can also, of course, use the Celestus to discard this card to the graveyard, and then if you have Olivia, you can replay Olivia and take this card that you discard some creatures that you want to regenerate. Okay, Loth. You're a typical Dimir control with some hermits, right? Because I didn't saw anything else. -3, okay.
My power is for annihilation.
Opponent has one more card left. My turn. And my turn. Okay, Trespasser is good. We can exile. It's night, right? Yeah, it's night. So we can do following. First, we're gonna check what we have on top. Let me see, let me see, let me see. James, a Mythic. Sure. Nice addition here. Mythic for 1. Mythic for 1. Don't tell me you have this. Oh no, I can pay your thingy. It's dying. Resolve. Resolve,
We will slay
pay,
our enemies.
and I can pay the second one too. Dying, resolve, resolve.
I will
I can
come.
pay it too. Boom, boom. And we are drain mode on our
The
opponent now.
subservience will be rewarded.
And we're gonna force our opponent to sacrifice. Oh no, he cannot even. He is on 2.
Traitors.
Dolph, so she can only pluses. Unfortunate that the Hermit attacks me twice, otherwise I would exile 2 cards with our Trespasser. Okay, another Sorin.
I am vengeance. Bloody
Okay,
and righteous.
okay.
You fight for me now.
Let's see. We have Enrika on the board. And as long as Enrika is not transformed, she doesn't count as a legendary thingy. Take action. Okay, I can discard you and bring you back. Okay, another land. Let's check. Should we check again what is on top? Sure, right? Okay, take it. We can play you.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
Let's see what opponent has. A land. Okay. Will be really painful if opponent draws blood on the snow next turn. But let's see, right? Next, you go on you. You go on you. Let's see what our opponent wants to save. If he wants to save something. Okay. 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 This is okay. All of them gonna die. Solve. Gain some stuff.
I will.
Opponent's creatures is on 3 and we are gonna play you out and hope that opponent don't top deck the blood on the snow. Next on Sorin. Nah, James. You can create 2 flyers, yes. No? Oh, opponent goes for a draw. Okay. Ah, interesting, interesting, interesting. Definitely interesting. What do we have next? My opponent thinks along. A meat hook for 3. This is nice. This is good that we didn't play our Olivia, huh? But now we can play our Olivia, definitely. And who do I take out? This is the question. Or should I kill both of the Planeswalkers?
My ways are not.
I think I should kill both of the Planeswalkers. Divide by 0 on Sorin. Okay. Okay. Gonna play you. Gonna play Olivia. Olivia gonna attack Sorin. Bring out Trespasser. To you, and we're gonna exile what? Doesn't really matter, right? And we could start exiling some small creatures there. Both dead.
Know that I will
Let's play
not
Sorin, and we're gonna start plussing Sorin.
For the sake of all
No, don't need it now.
will must be obeyed. You wish to know my secrets?
We can draw it
Very
next. Another meat hook. This is nice. Another meat hook is nice, my friend. Another meat hook is very nice. We are negating our damage. And the opponent draws 2 cards. Okay, first let's see what we have on top. Reveal. And we're gonna play you. And we're gonna start bouncing, punching. Oh, no, I can also activate you. Both of you, and you exile Loth, right? Yeah. The mainland attacks! Take action. Oh, Jesus, more lands. What is with these lands? Previous game I drew so much lands, now I draw so much. It's 23. I have 23 lands in my deck. Okay, win. 23 lands in my deck and I draw all of them. Good, let's check another one out. Yosarian 99. We go first. We have 1, 2. Jesus. This I want to draw, but sure, let's try. Let's try it. Let's see what our opponent runs. Mono white. Mono white is not bad. And of course, snow. Oh! Yosarian! ¿Por qué? What happened? I take. Versop. Let's see. Let's see what you're playing. I hope you don't quit after the first game. This is pretty controlish, or like, let's say pretty good starting hand. And some people just don't like playing against this card. It can be sometimes really annoying. Okay, opponent is on Wolves. Shadow Skull smashing. 2, 3. We take you. Opponent has some aggressive starts, but until turn 3 he does nothing, literally. This is why we are gonna prepare everything for this turn. Versap. Kept a little bit greedy hand also against control. I think this hand is not the best that he kept. With a 6 drop, with a 5 drop, with a tapped painful land, and this is his only 3 drop. Or this is, could be maybe also 2 drop, but yeah. We attack first. You think he has a 3 drop on the hand? No, I don't think so. Let's play the Trespasser, start the day-night cycle. Take you away, drain a little bit. And next turn... What are we gonna see next turn? I also considered to take Soul Shatter for Tigrid, but as I said, Tigrid is not our main win condition. No, not now. Not now, my friend, and this is a pretty nice draw. So, we are gonna attack first with you. Take away that 2/2 thingy, drain him a little bit. And now let's see, he could have 4 mana, right? Oh, I want to turn it to night. No, but then if it's night, he is really strong, right? So let's keep it day. And let's force our opponent to discard 2 cards. Let's keep it daytime. So opponent is forced to make night, maybe. Okay, 5 drop and 6 drop are gone. This is good for our Trespasser, because he can drain a little bit more. And I feel really confident with Grasp in my hand. Because we also constantly gain life with the Trespasser. Okay, Toinvar. Oh, sure. Prevent some damage, prevent some card draw. Okay, another Grasp is also amazing. Exile you. next. And we're gonna first kill him in the sorcery speed, and then keep it just in case if he has another Tovolar that he don't play it in the upkeep. And now we can play it, for example. Okay, the Peeper and the Sentinel. Why you don't start with these hands? This is a hand where you should start, and I still didn't draw my land, so let's play the Lantern. Let's force opponent to do something. Difficult decision. Losing life, sacrifice. Okay, because opponent sacrificed it, I'm gonna go for you, and let's take away the caretaker. Otherwise I will not attack. Peeper. Good game. Good game, bears up. What do we have now? 4 games? Let's make another one, right? Alex P. Alex Peterson. This is again an amazing hand, and I'm again on the play. This goes better than I expected, guys. This is better than I expected. And here we have at least our curtains, concealing curtains. In our opening is really nice. Looks like white aggro deck. Okay, gonna play you, and we're gonna play you first, because then again great synergy between expert and discipline. This we will say for Adeline or something bigger. And curtains, also another thing with curtains, the discard card is a May ability, so if opponent has a shitty hand and you paid 3 mana, don't discard something shitty from them and let them draw a card, because this will maybe enable their hand and give them something great, right? Oh, Mythic is amazing here. Should we first check the whole hand? I think so, right? Let's check the whole hand. And the opponent has Redain. So for example here, right, I am fine with him having to Redain. If I discard one, it's just a plus for him. This is why we're gonna go decline, so he doesn't draw anything new. And we are going in with our eye, just to have the knowledge that you don't need to like force discard and let them draw, because this hand is shitty. What they have in the hand is like nothing that I will be like, wow, you are so good, you know. Now we can play you. Opponent will show us lands, most likely will show us lands. Another land will be nice, but hey, you cannot have everything, right? And I want to play it up front because I want to know the decision if I attacking with the eye or not. Opponent shows another Redain and then Faceless Heaven. Faceless Heaven is definitely, I think, more pain for me right now. So we're gonna discard the Faceless Heaven and attack here. Okay, opponent wants to take it. Interesting. Adversary, could be painful. Would be definitely painful. And another discipline. Unlucky that I didn't draw. As much as I want him to discard something, as much as I also want to kill the adversary so he doesn't gain life. This is why... Should we maybe attack? If he double blocks with Redain and the thingy. Okay. We're gonna play you, discipline, and just chill, right? Opponent needs to discard another one. Okay, seems like a land, okay. 5 mana. Okay. Okie dokie. Now he plays her as a shield. Okay. I can still pay the cost of the grasp for our Raidane. It's okay. I didn't understand why he didn't do it before. Let's do it, right? Yeah. Or oh yeah, let's do it. We can pay it for the shield, and now I'm gonna still chill. Yeah, I'm gonna still chill because otherwise, if he attacks with adversary, or everything does 0 damage, except of my eye, and opponent top backline. This is good. This is a really weird attack, if I would say so myself. This is why we are gonna kill you. Okay, still no land. But I can play now you for 1. And gain some life, drain some life. No attacks. I need a land. I need a land for my Sorin. Okay, another Raidane. Okay, and here we have the land, but a little bit too late. But who cares, right? Draw a card, lose a life. Another one. Sheesh. Now, game decided that I don't draw lands as much as I need to. Look at this, mono white opponent has 6 lands. And we have only 4 lands. Okay, since it's not the worst. Okay, let me draw. Jesus, game, can I maybe have maybe have a land? Don't tell me we're gonna mana starve here through the game. Okay, Anara, this is better. Now we're gonna play you. No attacks. I wanna play my Sorin, so I have a flying blocker and life linker. Yes, perfect. Look how much lands. And what is this with the game? Why it doesn't order the lands together?
I take no joy.
Why it didn't order the lands together? Here, look at this. Why is this 3 together? And this is all separate. They are not different. Why? The game does... I never saw this weird thing happening to the game, but okay. Sure. I will block Aegis, gain some life. Gain some life. Another discipline. Should we play target player? But he's also if a source an opponent controls will deal damage to you, or a permanent you control prevent one of that. Right, first we're gonna check what we have on top. This is expensive. Expensive life.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
Let me think. If I play you, or should I play Olivia? But what? Sure, let's play Olivia, right? Let's play Olivia, attack with both of you, bring back Erika. That's okay. I'm happy to kill it. I'm really happy to kill your Faceless Heaven, because I was a little bit scared, to be honest. Alex. I mean, the other play, I'm not sure about it. If somebody knows it, let me know down in the comments. If I target a player with a lantern, right, with the artifact from Tigrid, loses 3 life. If I target it, do I need to pay the 1 mana cost? I target the player, right? Because theoretically, should we kill Raidane or Faceless Heaven? I want to kill the Faceless Heaven. Jupe. Oh, I don't kill that Faceless Heron. Why? Huh? What was that? 4 and he has 3. Game. What is this? I didn't understand it. I didn't understand. Sure. I can block you and you. I have enough flyers for now. That's weird. What? Did I do something wrong or did the game just freak me out? Let's create a token here. Let's try it, right? I think I'm on the winning side here because I will also recursion the tag grid and then we will see it again. Let's try it out because I want to know. Oh no, this will definitely cost me something. This will definitely cost me something because I need to choose him. I will show it next turn. We transform you. And then we are gonna invite the flyers. This will definitely cost me something. Now I know it already. Yeah, you can activate. But they are not flying. They are not flying, my lovely opponent. And we are taking out what? Let's take out the Tigrit again. Dish grid. And now let's see why I didn't deal, because I know they prevent 1 damage, right? He has 4. This is why I thought I will kill the 3 thingy easily. Easily. Like I didn't understand why it didn't die. Maybe I skipped some screen where I can apply the damage. Yeah. Because I thought the game will be intelligent enough. So let's say do the same again, right? Yeah. I don't have screen to apply the damage. Okay. Weird flex, but okay. I do. Jesus. This screen I missed before. Alex, thank you for the educational content. It was really helpful to explain some stuff. To do some stuff. So yeah, because I need to target him, I'm more than 100%, like let's say 95%, I'm sure that I need to pay 1 mana with the Lantern, because it's a target ability. If it will be just opponent choose, and then I will not pay it. But because I target and I need to target him, I would have paid the tax of the thing and I didn't have it. This was my question. Another one? Let's check out another one. Furious. Furious. So let's see if this is maybe an Izzet deck. We played against 1 Hullbreaker deck, right? But it was a really weird deck where we lost. And this looks again really nice. I like it. Fungue in the opening hand is always really nice to see what our opponent is running. And our opponent is running Lyra. Discipline, Fading Hope, and Test of Talents. Test of Talents? Counter instant and sorcery? But we don't have so much instant and sorceries. Or Fading Hope. Fading Hope. Fading Hope is okay. Opponent with a tap land. And then let's play the Discipline. Let's see what our opponent wants to discard now. And land, okay. Okie dokie. 2 mana open. We're gonna in for the face. Bam bam bam. Opponent skips again. Let's see what we draw. Another land, okay. Let's go in. Chum chum chum. Opponent also didn't foretell anything. Maybe he foretells now to keep 2 mana open. No, doesn't. Sure, sure, sure. Let's play Reggie. Let's play Reggie. To bounce Reggie, you need to pay a little bit. You need to pay a little bit to bounce Reggie. And if opponent tap out, I can play Tigrid. If opponent don't tap out, we will see. Reggie can get really big, yeah. Okay. Opponent skips. Gonna in. Does go in? And didn't wanna play my thingy because I think he has counter spell. I want him to tap out for it. As long as he does nothing, I'm fine with it. Next turn, opponent looks at a painful board. Pretty painful board. Looks in the graveyard. Do you think he is this devote thingy? This is not the smartest decision, but okay. You need one more mana. And now, because he stepped out, we can do something here. I don't want to be greedy and play Tigrid first into the Lantern. This is a greedy play, let's say. Otherwise, it will be of course better against another deck, but here I want to prevent my opponent to recover as much as I can. And this is a basic Izzet, right? What you face the most time in the ladder if you play against Izzet. Also with Cinderclasm against mono white and stuff like this. So this is like the perfect example for this deck to shine. Because now they need to... Okay, Windfall, it's okay. Need to bounce it maybe with... how you call it? Tell the name? Fading Hope or Divide by Zero, exactly. Divide by Zero, and they still need to pay the discard. And now if we draw a land, we can easily go Olivia into Reggie again, and opponent is most likely dead. Opponent discards another Test of Talents. This is good. Okay, let's see what our opponent wants to do. Lantern take it over. Another. Discipline, and for 3 mana, nothing, right? Untap, and for how much? Should have played Tigrid first when he discards. Oh, but okay, he discards mostly instants and sorceries. This is not the most useful. Yeah, we are missing a little bit of land. Let's go with... Or should I force him to discard? Ah, Jesus. Annoying decision. Let's go in. And let's play Reggie again. Let's play Reggie again. I think he is also against Epiphany. He's good because he can block the flyers. What do we have in our board? Nothing crazy so far. Of course, Olivia will be a bone breaker for my opponent. Nah. So opponent has 7 mana, right? Here goes Epiphany, but without treasures and only 5 mana left. This is okay. Literation, okay. Bloop. Some card selection. Opponent wants some lands. And next turn, we force him to discard or sacrifice. Maybe he sacrifices a birdie. Another windfall. Okay. Okay, Celestus. Let's see what our opponent does. No, tempting. Tempting, tempting, tempting. He sacrificed a treasure. Okay. We can play you. Then we're gonna attack. I want to have a pick in his hand. I want to know what he has in his hand. Okay. And looks like our opponent wanna save the birdie and go down to 1. Sure. Discard one more. For the combo he doesn't have enough mana. Wash away. Okay. Another dragon. It's okay. It's still a lethal board. Yes. Yes, and this is how you play this deck against discard decks, or against Izzet control decks. And you saw, I think the most impactful thing, maybe it was a misplay to take the Fading Hope, but as I said, I didn't know how much mana I will draw and what I will do, so I didn't want him to early interact with my board in the cost of discarding some uninteresting cards. And Test of Talent didn't really had so much targets. We don't run so much instant and sorceries except our removals, of course, and the discard spells that cost 3 mana, but I can play around Test of Talents. So Fading Hope I think will be more painful for me, because he can still discard something that he don't need, for example, Iteration for his combo, or Play with Fire, things like this, and then still provide us with, like, slow us down. This is why I decided to go with, but I think some people maybe will take Test of Talents and know if they Fading Hope they need to discard something. Depends on you. I like to, depending on the hand of the opponent, I like to prevent this sort of slowing down, because earlier or later if you draw your discards, you will automatically, let's say, force them to give away things that they don't want to give away. Yeah, so far for this deck, really happy with the performance, guys. If you have any questions for the deck, let me know down in the comments. I don't know, I think we played 5 games and we won 4 of it, right? Some decks were really weird, some decks were really cool. So this is what I like about it. And against Izzet, and I think all these Hullbreaker decks, it's really good possibility. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Don't want to hold you longer, and I'm gonna work on my another deck. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one. Ciao.